All right, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. We're actually going to be taking a look at JD. All right, ticker symbol JD, breaking things down on the daily chart. Now, there's a couple signals and really important things that I'm looking at when it comes to JD. So we're going to go over those. If you take a look, we are very near the 2020 pandemic lows right now. We're approaching this demand zone here as well. There's some signals that I'm seeing on the MACD as well as the RSI. I'll be sure to go over those. And if we zoom in a little bit more, there is a little bit of a setup that we have here currently. So I'm going to go over these positions and, kind of break down JD, what I'm looking at. I don't have any positions in it currently at the time of this recording, but this is something I am potentially looking to get into. So, I'll be keeping a close eye on it. You guys should keep a close eye on it as well, as there is some potential here. But of course, there will be risks involved. The content provided in this YouTube channel is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. Myself and any individuals on this YouTube channel are not registered financial advisors or brokers. Trading in stocks, bonds, commodities, or crypto involve a significant risk of loss. It's not suitable for all investors. So be sure to read through the full disclaimer before moving forward. And we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So as I mentioned before, the main thing that I'm looking at is right here at the top of this demand zone. Okay, that is really where our demand zone is currently at the moment, and that is the 2020 pandemic lows. All right. If you look, we're very, very close to those. We're currently at 33.70, and that level right there is going to be 32.68. Now, 32.68 to 30.94 is going to be this demand zone here. And you can see we consolidated, right? It was prior supply, aka resistance, many times in the past. Okay. And if you take a look, this is the year 2019. So in 2019, it did act as a strong resistance level, and old resistance becomes new support. We broke out past there, retested it, came up, and then we retested it again and pushed back up. So, we have established it as an area of demand in the past. The two times that we did come and retest it after breaking it from that area of resistance and supply. And we haven't retested it since then. So, there is a chance that if we do continue to head lower on JD, we could come down and test this $32.68 down to about $30.94 as a demand zone, right? As it's been years since we've come back and retested that level. Now, some of the signs that I see here, all right, is we have bullish divergence forming on our RSI, which is the relative strength index. This is going to measure the relative strength of a stock at its given price. And then also on the MACD, which is the moving average convergence divergence. So take a look how we have a low right here, a lower low, and over here we kind of have an equal low, right? But if you look at your MACD, right, what are we in? Low, higher low, higher low. So we're actually creating higher lows right now. All right, even right here, more specifically, we're in a sharper uptrend, very similar to the RSI, right? Where at these points, right, we have low right here, lower low, and then we have low, and higher low right here. So we're actually increasing in relative strength while we are making lower lows in the price of the stock. And we're also increasing on the MACD, on the moving average convergence divergence, while we're decreasing in the price of the stock. This is a simple term known as bullish divergence, right? And it's an indicator that technical traders and technical analysts like myself, it's an indicator we use to spot potential bullish activity, right? Now, it's not guaranteed, and oftentimes when you break the trend line of the bullish divergence, as right here, we're testing it again. Oftentimes, if you break it, you would see a significant move to the downside, right? And so we would expect to come down and retest this $30.94 right around to the $32.68 price levels on JD. If we do break this bullish divergence trend line here, this is going to be an area where I would look to see potential support. Now, just because we have this prior support here doesn't mean we can't break down lower, but in the short term, these are going to be the price levels that I'm paying attention to. Now, we do have a double bottom currently setting up, right? So if we zoom in a little bit more, see we have a bottom here and we're retesting that bottom right now. We have that bullish divergence on the MACD that I mentioned, right? So we're creating higher lows here. We're creating higher lows on the relative strength index as well. Meanwhile, the price of the stock went low, lower, and lower. So it made lower lows while the MACD and the relative strength index are making higher lows. Again, that's that bullish divergence. So bullish divergence is one signal, right? And we see it on two different indicators. So you could call this two possible bullish signals. Then a third one right here is going to be this double bottom. Okay, so we have potentially three buying signals right now saying that JD could see some type of bullish activity. Right now, we've had a very straight and essentially straight move down, right? We had, this really strong push down. We really haven't had any type of retracement, right? So what I have here are the Fibonacci retracement levels. We have the 61.8, 50%, 38.2, and 23.6% retracement levels. So if we do end up getting some type of a bounce based off of the three indicators and potential signals that we're seeing right here, these are going to be the major levels that the price action is going to be drawn towards. And all of these are healthy retracement territory to potentially continue the downtrend still, right? So, the reason you use these fib levels is because nothing moves in a straight line down or in a straight line up. Rather, you get a move down, retracement, just like we did here, and then a continuation of that trend, right? And so, as I mentioned, we haven't really got a retracement like we did over here. If we do retrace, these are going to be the major levels. And below these levels, we're going to be bearish overall, right? So we could continue heading lower below these levels. Now, with the fibs, also you can use them to not only identify that trend continuation, right, with the move up retracement or the move down retracement continuation of the trend. You can also use them to spot potential reversals, right? So if you take a look and you move down, you retrace, and then you consolidate through those levels and break through, you can spot a potential upside reversal where you could retest the highs, or you could potentially make new highs and start a new trend of higher highs versus lower highs, as we've been doing right now. If you take a look, even if we come all the way up to $40.74, that would still put us in a downtrend of nothing but lower highs and potentially continue that downtrend down back to this demand zone. So that's it for today's video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on JD. If you guys want some more of these type of videos of, stocks that I'm looking at, individual stocks or different trade ideas that I'm looking at that are setting up, that I'm looking to get into, not things that I'm currently in right now, but just things that have some potential setup, let me know in the comments below. I mostly do viewer requests, and I mostly cover like TLT and SPX and natural gas and things like that. But if you guys want an eye and to get a little bit of interest on some stocks that I'm paying attention to currently, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to do some more trade idea videos, okay, and kind of give you guys an idea on some of the different setups that I'm looking at as well. I do want to mention I do one-on-one coaching sessions, okay? So if you enjoyed this analysis and you want to learn more about how you could do some things like this, or maybe you'd like me to take a look at some stocks, that you're interested in, and you'd like my take on some technical analysis on it, feel free to email me, okay, at zachleytrades@gmail.com. That's going to be my email, and we can go over possibly doing a one-on-one session via Zoom and see if that's something that you would be interested in. Okay, so appreciate you watching. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new.